Hello, welcome back to Steel Division, or should I say Ni Hao. We've got another game here between our good friends. Well, I think it's something like Dare to Cross the Line, and one would fail in totality, and this one, play well and be rewarded, play poorly and be punished. Something along those lines. That was at least said to me by someone who speaks Chinese, and so interesting to see what we'll have. This time, playing Maverick versus Maverick, 5th Cav versus 4th Fashionista. So, can the 4th Fashionista player pull out a win? I don't know if this is reverse now or what, but again, two powerful divisions here, and how to defeat 4th Fashionista. Schwarzlose, Karashi, there's a flamethrower there. Looks like it's just to hold the town here for the time being. And, of course, these units are just going to cross the flamethrower. So much of feint, as he's hoping that a lot of these units can really pay off in the center and then in the north here. Panther is not cheap. And, well, there's nothing here that can punish a Panther. These 45s pretty much can still kill these 20 millimeters. And so this Panther needs to be out there doing its job before the 20 millimeters can get involved. BF-197 coming out. Now, a little bit slow, but might still be able to catch the Wolf here if it's not microed properly. It actually does. The 220mm is paying off. Cheap plane there. And now we'll see the AB USOR here facing off against the SPW AB-43. I think these are both actually the Blindas, or whatever they're called in Italian. Just different designations and different users. And it looks like the Motorizata player definitely pays off for the time being. There's a Gallic gun over here. So, maybe these are not long for the world, but Fashmi and MG42 actually getting pinned down. And we're really going to have to see here how the 4th Fashion player can make up for all these units, or this flag down here, and the very, very light deployment in the center as well. Together with the 88 out, and now the Kalareshe is approaching. The 88 is within 100 meters, so Focke-Wulf coming in for that, and that's the second Focke-Wulf that we've seen so far. But it doesn't see it, and it's not going to be circling around. Didn't manage to capture this flag, but now that this center flag has gone down, and the Gallic gun did not do enough damage to kill the AB USOR. Second shot missing as well due to suppression there, and just ends up going down, which is very dangerous. Single Fashmiga. Fashmiga is dangerous. They're sure you don't stand a chance against it, but yeah, only having one. It's not great. 12-12 for the time being, though. Now the Focke-Wulf should be able to rush back around for the Kalareshe before it kills that 88, so good there. And now the Panther is moving out to come cover the center area. Definitely what you want to be seeing. Then these two flags can be compensation for this one in the middle, or this one in the south, but really the middle is where the dangerous engagement is going to be happening, and two Fashion Pioneers are coming in to try and dislodge this. Fashion Pioneer, not a bad idea. They do out DPS medium range, or CQC units at that medium range, no problem. And then also they can, versus units that would out DPS the Fashion Pioneer in the long range, they can just get close and throw their TNT. But armor going in for the Kalareshe actually, yeah, whiffs its shot there. Doesn't manage to pin it down, but the MG42 might just do the job here. Oops, I muted the wrong thing. Yeah, I'll try to keep my coughing and such to a minimum this game. But as we saw with the last game, all these Focke-Wulfs coming out. He's already lost one, so now he's only got two. And he was really planning on losing these for the entire game here. But whiffing against the 45mm as well. I'm not even sure that's really needed, considering the LG-40 here is going to get on target, and 45mm is just not going to have the rate of fire to kill that. Now, AS-42 moving forward, both of them still alive. Got to be a little careful of the anti-car there, but immediately goes down. And now, these autocars, as long as this 45mm doesn't get in the way, should be able to clean up these units, no problem there. One of the Fashion Pioneers seems to have been warded off or something, or have just gone up here. And now outside of FG range. Color Rush are going to make short work of them. Does get the second round of bombs in. And yeah. Still hasn't managed quite to kill the ABU Sor, so 12 to 12 for now. LG40 now. Doing good work warding off these units. There is still the Pioneer Colorado here, but as long as the Fashion guy is sitting in one of these buildings, should be no problem there. Hard to see he's not sitting in the building and also not set on auto cover. Hard to see units not being put on auto cover, really, but yeah, more Fashion are coming in now. Paraexploratory now as well. Just keeping an eye on down south in case a push tries and comes through. This MG42 is in the wrong building, honestly. I would even have put it all the way back here, just because you still got range. You got the 1250 meter range. It could shoot right about to this flag, and that's more than enough, in my opinion. I find MG42s, as long as you keep them above the 1000 meter range, they generally have a lot more effectiveness than you would consider. Look like Grenadiers, though. Great to be in these positions. Anything that comes up here will be in basically in that SCG-44 range. And Pajamiga, even at 2-star, they gotta be careful now. They do have great suppression, but medium or even green to green cover here, they will take a lot of damage, and the Book Light Grenadier is quite a bit cheaper. FMF also at risk is going down. As a 60mm mortar attempts to pin down this Pioneer, and get rid of these AS-42s that are coming. Try to become a menace to this entire area. Yep, FMF does go down. Lots of 25 mils for the 5th cab player. You'll love to see it. The Pokebos are very dangerous, but interesting to see nothing in the north here, though 5th cab does kind of lack proper AA, in my opinion. So generally, if you concentrate them in one area, and then the Pokeball flies over here, it's got to go down to 3 of these all at 1-star, right? As long as this one actually gets range, right? Might be a bit unable to acquire targets there. And now we see the Fudgemiga just getting absolutely deleted here by the Blue Grenadiers. Not only the cover difference here, but also just the range there as the MP44s terrible open to Fudgemiga there. And it goes down. And now we see the Focal Wolf coming in. Yeah, only one of the 25 bills are coming in, so definitely be prepared to position your AA correctly, lads. And now the Fashion Pioneer moving into this position. This is a good position to keep, right? You can potentially put a little AT gun down here or something and cut off this reinforcement road. But Rashid's coming in and is likely going to be looking for shots on that Panther. Does have the penetration and does have the 2K range as well. Well, I'm not sure what the penetration chance is at 2K. The 160mm penetration still give it likely more than a 50% chance at that range. More Fashion are coming in to help clear this out. Another SPW AB-43 as well. They've only got the Rashori here with AT, or the chance to push an ABU Sor forward. And yeah. Fashion Pioneer, yes. 42. Ooh, actually it goes down to the Molotov, but this lets the Fashion Pioneer get the TNT off. And now, probably is worth it for killing the AS-42. There's only 2 of those in A. So you gotta hope that Rashori doesn't get another second one. As the CEC unit does get pinned down there. Now the Fashion Pioneer should have the ability to just sneak up to this Rashori and pin it down. But gets pinned down, return first. And the ABW's gonna have to get on target there without getting AT grenaded. Fashion Pioneer as well here versus Calarache. This time it is within the FG-42 range, so Calarache is gonna have to back off. 14 to 10. More Fashion Miega, more power exploratory. Calarache put on return fire here. Yeah. I think that opening was just strong enough that with Fashion Miega player doesn't have a lot to look forward to. AB-43 does eventually find it, though. And manages to pin it down. And now there is quite a few French here that might be able to force their way back onto this flag. It will be an uphill battle though, and I would expect some kind of ADT gun to over here potentially. Hey, Rashitsa. And off map coming in. Only on a single French Pioneer. I would have put it more over here, personally, but you never really know. And now the Veltra's gonna fly over all this AA. And yeah, this is a very low resilience plane. I didn't get very close, but we might actually see it go down. Anyway, last volley there. Nope, let's get away, but smoking. Should I get 42? It is a 12-12 with just this flag, but another short assault coming in, and that'll be able to deal with the Fashion Pioneer, no problem. Another one coming in, though. And this flag's also got to be retaken somehow. 14-10 as we enter into B phase. Can, 4th Fashim, fend itself off versus this onslaught of just light infantry. Certainly a lot more infantry spam, cheap, effective units. Kalaresha are not expensive themselves, but do wonders against infantry, especially expensive infantry. So really perfect counter here to 4th Fashim again. And I'll have to remember that in the future. Right, you've got the Rashitsa for the 2K engagements, right? Panthers. It won't go through a Ferdinand, but if you're facing a Ferdinand, I think you got bigger problems on your table there, because 240 points for Ferdinand, it's going to be a lot to prevent infantry from just flooding your positions till that Ferdinand gets in a position, right? Obviously not a pick for Slutsk or anything, but yeah, Kalaresha does finally go down. Double nags. Not sure it's quite needed. Will definitely prevent the what's it called from continuing to push on, but the air from continuing to make a play. But we've only really seen the BF-109 and then the off-map plane. And sure, you want to keep the off-map plane away as long as possible. But yeah. Ooh, AS-42. Ooh! Gets sniped by the 45 mil. Lucky that that was there. Almost kills a... Actually does kill a mortar, but... Yeah, 2 more 60mm mortars. Likely going to be getting for that Flak 41 right there. And now with 2 SPW-80 auto cards coming in. You only need one, like, sitting right over here, and you got perfect radio range over all this. And then this Fashim Kamatwaffe can just kill the Rashitsa and stuff like that. Rashitsa is kind of waiting for this Panther to make a move. I don't know why it's just sitting there. Really, but he's going to move that Panther away anyway. So, problem solved in that regard. We also see a Sturmpanzer coming in. Like, they're going to be used against this position as well. But yeah, I'm not sure that all this investment in the north is really warranted. So we see 2-star Paradise Sultan coming in again. To help with defend against this, right? You do need to get back onto this hill or you're not winning this game. Or at least you need to capture this and then simply the north. I have seen players win where they've completely given up the north, but it is definitely an uphill battle. That's for sure. Alkane coming in for the Rashori here. Pyrenean assault did fall back. And Williams bombs off. A little bit pinned down though, and quadrupling up on the AA here. Funny that you would see that. Focke-Wulf actually getting on target on the BF-109 though, and the double nags now. Yeah, very short from killing that. Oh, this is a Flak 43, so the nags are the good version of the flak guns, right? Not the Flak 36, the Flak 43. So yeah, are very deadly, but obviously coming in lower availability than their non-armored counterparts. And the armor does make a really big difference, I would say. Because when counterbattering these survive a lot longer than, say, a flak feeling truck would. So yeah. No move down south either. Fashion Führer coming in now for these 3 Fashion Pioneers, and triple Fashion Pioneers should be able to deal with their Rashori assault, no problem. The Rashori actually itself survived, and now these mortars are almost going to kill this Flak 41 here. Red Assault's coming in though. And triple Fashion Pioneer mixed in with Paradise Assaultos. Very dangerous combination, but the AAR now coming in for a second off-map charge. And dual nags shooting at that. That's very dangerous, I would say. But yeah, you see Fashion Kamatwaffe doing a good job. One hit is all it's needed, even when it was falling back. And now it's going to be in for the second one. Did fall back this one, but it isn't kind of me moving this one. And that's really a mistake here. Alright, if you see one getting targeted, you got to be careful of the other one. Just start moving right away. Black 41 going out again, and it looks like all these units are actually going to avoid this off-map, besides potentially the Stug in this Paradissalto right here. J88 does get forced back by these dual nags, and it put back to a 12-12. Better actually get on top of that Paradissalto though, so we'll be forcing that back, off-map or not. Might actually be forcing it back into the off-map. Obelblet's immediately going down there to Paradissalto, but now Bucolic Grenadier in the open. First Paradissalto, doesn't matter that the Bucolic Grenadier also has excellent medium range. The Berettas are just absolute monsters of that kind of engagement. 2 Luxes coming in though. Yeah, the amount of 20 mils in this deck are really, really powerful. And for Thushin, one of the things that it does struggle with is that lack of 20 mils. So now we got mortars as well going for the nags. No, do see them being nitro. And we saw just how little suppression they took there. Yeah, only one of them falls back here, and I would wager they didn't even take that much damage. Looks as though should be able to win against the ABU sword, no problem, or the SPW AB43 here. But yeah, they're facing off again, and it's kind of like rolling the dice here on who's going to win. One does have more suppression though, so it is likely to miss more. So I would wager we'll see this go down before the looks can get on target. And actually, we see this Stug at M42 here. Might actually pick off these other autocars before they can really be a threat. But Stug 3 coming in, enter into Phase B. Cav's armored support has arrived. And yeah, besides this Paradissalto, there's really no tank support here to prevent these, but I guess the Stug still being there in that Stug, and this Stug isn't willing to move forward. These ABU swords are still going to be much of a threat. Yeah, Stug kills this AB though. Or SPW AB. And now we see a Panther coming in. Don't know about that positioning. I would have moved it up just sitting here. There's nothing really that can challenge it. Stug 3 potentially at that close range. Does have 135. But are coming in again. Wonder what that's going to try and off map. The Stug eventually did go down to the Stug. And the IAR gets forced back by the nags. Second flak coming in to replace the one that almost died here, but looks like the artillery all went down here. And, yeah, the Rashidza still hasn't moved forward to kill that Panther Ray. It would have to put itself into a fairly dangerous position here, outside of the cover, but I think it would be worth it to kill Panther. Lots of radio mortars, though, did recently get nerfed. We are playing on the latest patch, so might be seeing these radio mortars now try and counter battery, but there's no radio here besides this Fashion Field, so in terms of radio, actually, looks like they do have radio. That Fashion Field is just in position for that. Yeah. Ooh, now with the Rashidza here, though, gotta be careful. That Panther cannot get close to that. And these Konat and Mefas can start counter-battering these mortars and such. Or even pinning down the AA, potentially. Looking at the radio range, yep. This Rashidza, though. I'm aiming. And man, just look at this rate of fire. This 0 star, and it's already got like a 15 round per minute rate of fire there. Truly a modern anti-tank gun. Galley gun coming in though. As long as it gets into the position, it doesn't get spotted by all this infantry. That could be a one-dead Stug. They are fairly invisible, but infantry is screening it, so we'll likely get spotted there. Yeah. Lieutenant Pioneer finally coming in. Mortar's going to be down, potentially killing this Rashidza. They are accurate enough for it. Ooh, last shot. Ooh, doesn't quite get the kill there. And immediately after he fires, you can see he's moving his mortar, right? So the enemy mortars can't counter battery here. Ooh. Kelly gun though. It gets actually a credit amount of ammo explosion. Wow. Very good there. Look like Grenadier just pinned down by MG42s here. Yeah, now these Granatenwerfers can just counter battery the mortars with impunity, I would say. Wouldn't be surprised to see him queue up an order as well, if he did ping them. But no pings, so it's always a good idea. Potentially, I haven't even done it myself, but if you bind like F1 to your mouse or something like that, you can just immediately put down a ping, right? I can't show it here, but if using the keyboard shortcut's too hard for you, I'm thinking of doing it for my mouse, definitely, and then you can just ping all the little units that you want to artillery right when you see them, and then when you get around to them, there's about a 1 or 2 minute range there, or time frame that does allow you to counter battery here. And yeah, mortar number 2 goes down. Mortar number 1 does survive, but not from Waffles with radio, very, very deadly. Definitely worth the 25 points, even with the 25 points. Now we're entering into phase C. At the tank rifle sneak here. Don't know if the Solotherms have that 500 meter range that the Lati does. Potentially doesn't even need it. Just needs to get around here and then into one of these buildings, or even just over into this green cover, I would say. Probably be the best bet there. Ooh, I think getting shot at by 45 mil. I have to be a little bit careful. At least it is facing forward. Looks like it has taken some kind of penetration, though. And yeah. Wolf coming in for the Schwarz. I didn't see that being pushed forward. Hey, R covered everything. Yeah, they didn't manage to kill it. And now the Wolf. Ooh, might get on the back of that. Ooh, doesn't manage to shoot it down, though. And the Veltro gonna have to run away from those BF-109s. Yeah. Speed of the Veltro does kind of save it here. BF-109 is not the fastest, but the Wolf goes going over all of this AA here. Ooh, it actually goes down. Yeah, the danger of those 25 mils. Now that all 3 are actually in a position where they can shoot at the sky, right? Back and behind the forest is not really that position that you want. No, I muted the wrong device again. Amazing. Neg coming in for the south here, though. Also have to be a little bit careful of the anti-carp, but 2 Fallschirmjäger. Oh, man. At least this won't kill the units anymore, right? Or actually, no, yes, it will, because it's 2 AT guns. Yeah, okay, so does have to be careful of these, right? The Pusha Anti-Car and the Lati and things like that, they're very, very dangerous. And now we see the IAR. It's Cluster HE coming in again, but the Neg's likely going to prevent that. And actually, 2 Negs coming in just to force all this off. Panther Ray continuing to shoot here. He's going to force all this infantry back here, and this position is secure. So 12-12. The 5th cap player does have to figure out a way to really get another flag into this game from somehow. Or from somewhere. But as long as this Rashidze is still alive. And these Special Pioneers aren't. And these Special Pioneers are pinned down. Ooh, but that Panther's come forward. It's obviously going to prioritize the Stug. No. Ooh, but yeah, look at that. There's another Rashidze over here. Stug gets penetration, starts at 45 mil, immediately goes down. And that's another tool that is being used excellently. Granatenwerfers immediately going to go for that, though. Might actually kill them as well. They're moving, though. Not what you want to see. And yeah, this phase into the game. Potentially this push here might have been a little overzealous. It might open the way for more 2-star Paradazaltos if he's got any left to come in and just clean this up. Ooh, one of the eggs goes down in the push anti-car. Yeah, rough when that happens. There's those 2 Fallschirmjägers as well down here, which if you get into the past these green clouds and stuff, there's lots of yellow medium cover over here that they can just dominate in, right? If you're near a car, like, don't really stand a chance against Fallschirmjäger at that kind of a range. Nor the Roshory Assault unless they get into the 150 meter range of their Berettas. Gee, you idiots coming in. Oh, man. This AT rifle might just be able to kill that. I'm not gonna lie, but gee, you idiots. Coming in for the Fallschirmjäger. The Gerlich is nowhere near ready either, and the Veltros were called in just a second too late, I would say. Although, potentially, they are fast enough to catch them. And, yikes, yeah. These are both dead. BF-109's coming in. They were just called forward, though. And now actually coming in like this, that's a dead Veltro. Yeah. They were all facing on the same target, though. Second one's like going to get out. And the anti-car kills not only the second nag, but also this other one. And gets away with it, so definitely had paid off there. Looks over here as well. Once the Panther has gone down, there really is no AT to deal with this, besides this single health Paradise Salto that is coming forward to try and kill that, but yeah. And Scalig is still in position here. Potentially could kill the Stug, or maybe even the AB Horches. But does have to be a little bit careful, as if the AB Horches get into range, the Gallic is kind of not a chance in hell. Might still kill the Stug, though. And then potentially the SPW could get involved. One shot. Two shot. Bailed out right there. Gonna get the third shot as well. Man, just how invisible these ones are. These both see it, though. Or almost saw it for a second there. And now they're gonna get on target. And the Gallic just isn't gonna be able to kill them quick enough. He's gonna kill one. And these Alcanes are gonna just absolutely plaster this. And actually these bombs completely whiff. Wow. Yeah, as it does go down to the final shot of the Calrash there. Big bombing run there. Fugglewolf cut in for the IAR. Likely just being used for air recon at this point, having dropped all his bombs. So it's going to go down now to the nags, no doubt. Oh, actually, what the hell? Huh. I wonder if you thought that was a mortar or something. It's definitely a waste of an op-am there. Should have definitely been used on something like this position. You potentially would have even been able to get it to that position. The nags are currently in the wrong position to take on this kind of thing. Mortars did also kill off the Rashitsa that was sitting over here, but there's another 45mm, and the Stug, as much as it wants to kill that AB Horch, might actually get the kill. Is then immediately going to go down to this 45mm. And actually doesn't even manage to kill the Horch before it gets the loader wounded there. And yeah, and on Velfa's firing again, but Hotchkiss has been ordered to the back of the map. Saving it there. And something big starts taking shots at the Gophers. Looks like it's the Sturmpanzer. Doesn't get a second shot off. No room. Doesn't quite have the line of sight for that, but yeah. Dangerous, dangerous stuff. Another Fallschirmjäger coming in for the slaughter. Get her in the right past that AT rifle again. Really, it's just a battle of if these Fallschirmjäger can kill off enough units to before the what's it called, 5th Cav player can get involved. So we are going to 2-speed this for the time being. All right, not too much happening. Maverick versus Maverick. This was Maverick versus Balance. It would already be over at this point, but... Ooh, Rashitsa going for the Sturmpanzer. Ooh, might actually get the kill, but the Panther's getting involved now as well. And it does go down there. Para-Exploratory versus Pioneer Calarelli. Does manage to get the kill on the Para-Exploratory there. But might not get finished off by, if not the FGs here, the TNT. Yeah. Fallschirmjäger do have a surprising amount of DPS for their unit. And this looks like, again, just a little bit too close to this Paradise Assault over there. Ooh, doesn't manage to see it and jump forward for that. Unlucky there, not to spot that. But yeah, still looking for a way back at this game. As the anti-car did kill the Vajravila, and now Paradise Assaultos are coming for it. And trying to cut it off. It's the AT rifle micro, my god. Does see it, and does kill it. Finally. After it's paid itself off in spades. 2 more Paradise Assaulto coming in. Surprising that it's not being used on this position once again, but very much content with sitting on the 12-12 here as the game continues. One of the strikes, yeah. MG42 does get on target on the Calrash there. Calrash should be able to finish it off. Snipers versus MGs, but actually takes a remarkable amount of suppression damage there from the MG42, so the MG42 comes in on top. And the Paraexploratory just barely gets on top of the Pioneer Assault there. Or the better of the Pioneer Assault. Mortars are going. Now the Fleischmann player does have to be careful of mortar counter-battery from the looks of it. One of them's already been counter-batteried, but these 260mm mortars now are going to be what's causing him an infinite headache there. Predator Assault to move forward. That's one dead Pioneer, I would say. 3, 2, 1, gone. TNT does launch, but yeah. One shot for one shot. 6mm mortars though. Big hassle here. Flash from you guys get pinned down. And Panzer II looks even. Spots it. Pioneer Assault moving in now, and these Paraassaults just got completely wiped out, really. Yeah, Paraexploratory here. And killed off by the Pioneer as well. Fleischmann Pioneer might get a TNT off just in time, but he's going to need to call in some reinforcements for that. If he does want to keep that up and running. 2 more Fleischmann from Jaeger. TT does get launched from the looks of it. And, but they get launched from both sides, and they're going to... Pioneer Keller is left alive, the other one isn't. Once again, Panzerschreck fails to kill the Lux here, so let's see another day as the Panzerschreck Kia kills the Stuttgart 42. Looks like it also killed the Panther. Yeah, very, very dangerous there. Flak 81 almost getting the kill here. Might actually still get a kill, but Chinese player here saw it and we'll be moving back. Now the Fleischer Pioneer coming in here. Might actually expose like a fatal weakness here. They're just really like Kalarache here. But wow, look at that. If you bunch up your AA like this, they take more suppression coming in, and 25 mils plus flak feelings. Yeah, they took a lot of damage there. Crew killed on the Stug though, and the 88's going to be able to finish it off. No problem. Another Pioneer Assault though. Going to be a big problem for these Pioneers, but there's 3 of them. And yeah, those are just going to go down before there's even a point of health damage done there. Looks coming in again. Panzerschreck move forward. Doesn't even see it. Oh man, because lots of damage in. Still doesn't see it. Jeez, finally sees it. Finally takes out the looks. And yeah, now we see the Pioneers coming in one by one. Ooh, it looks like they did get the TNT off, so this other one might be able to come in. And slowly but surely, the 5th cab player is kind of losing a lot of health here as we enter into minute 40 of this Mav versus Mav game. Wow. Clearly a fan of long games, these players. Triple Fleischmann coming in now. And yeah, it's interesting seeing like no commanders in this kind of a loadout. These are this first Fleischmann that we did see previously. And this 5th cav deck is new to me, but yeah. Orders coming in. Gallig. Panzerschreck moving forward. Pioneer Assault gets the better of that, but Fleischmann are going to get involved. Ooh, might jump this building. Ooh, which just barely manages to survive there. Surprising to see, actually, from both the Pak 40 and the Sturmpanzer getting a shot in there. Yeah. Sizable amount of investment for a non-push on the south here. Once again. I think we'll take it up to speed 4 here. Okay, the Kaz moved up once more. And the Sturmpanzer did eventually go into the second Rashitsa here. This Rashitsa, though, firing against the Panther. Panther's going to be forced to move back there. It just seems to be... Couldn't decide what it was doing. It goes down to the amazing rate of fire of the Rashitsa there. So, yeah. Speed 3. Porches, Proto Solstice Covenant. Still get 42s. 88 still providing fire support on that. And again, he is still in position here to potentially kill this unit here. As long as the Rashitsa is sitting up here, this Panther A is pretty much neutralized and actually does see it and gets penetration, so LG-40 coming in though, and the LG-40 might be able to win against the Rashitsa. Excellent HE healer here still though, and yeah, multiple bombers coming in for a single unit. Not really sure if it's worth it to pin down your own unit in that kind of regard. So yeah, Chinese players, right? Excellent micro by all these players. There's some excellent micro around here, but Odd decisions, I will say, sometimes. Rashica does get forced back by the LG40. It's still 12-12. I think they are playing with time limit, so this would be a win for the 5th cap player if it does go on longer than this. Or they were playing with the time limit. Yesterday, at least. When I recorded that other game. And yeah, but now Rashica almost managed to kill the MG42, or the LG40 there. And yeah, the Fallschirmgranatenwerfer out of ammo. I haven't seen a supply truck all game. Now the 60mm mortars are just going to be an absolute menace here. Mike 81 though, slow but steady. The Fallschirmjäger player is giving a lot more onto the front line than the 5th cap player is right now. So, what's really the plan here for the 5th cap player? More Fallschirmjäger coming up to shore this up. This would be a perfect position for an off-map here now. But apparently not going to see it. Anyways, you see all these 2-star Fallschirmjäger coming out after we saw a bunch of 0-star Fallschirmjäger coming out. But potentially gearing up for an assault down south here. There really isn't anything to push it. And if you are in a stalemate kind of position here, push where your enemy is weakest, right? Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Like, it sounds like obvious advice, but what I mean by that is you have to find a position that hasn't been fought over the entire game, right? Like, something down here. Potentially, if there was only one engagement in the beginning of the game, you know this position is relatively weak, and your enemy is not going to be able to reinforce it in C phase as effectively as they were. So if you manage to build up a significant amount of force, right, 200-300 points, and there's no AT guns over here either, you could essentially just screen it by setting the ABW on return fire and moving it back and forth here to check if there's something if you don't want to waste the AB. and so you could build up like a sizable amount of force, 4 or 5 trucks here, pending anti-tank rifle shenanigans, and then you could essentially just wipe this out all in one go, and that'd be 2 flags right there. That'd be the thing you're looking for. And what the player here is doing is also very good, although there's no real flags down here, is this very odd position here might be exactly what's needed to really push into such a weird position. Fallschirmjäger getting the kill over here and actually putting influence over this flag, potentially. Fallschirmjäger with the Kalareshe, 2 health there. Kalareshe is immediately going to go down. No problem there, and the Fallschirmjäger can just push forward here. Pair Assault in force as well. For sure, Assault are going to do very well against that. Yeah. But as long as he's getting to the medium cover here, the Puny Assault are actually going to be less than happy there to deal with that. It does go down though. And this push is blunted by the staggering amount of ABWs and such that are coming in here now. Like 41 also goes down. Still at 12-12, right? Now we got Fallschirmjäger going to the center again. Once again, just a stake of the pathing here. String 42 goes down to the 45 mil. Ooh, and the Pack 40 goes down as well, but LG40 does get the better of that. And now potentially we might see Fallschirmjäger finally come back to take this flag, which would be the 12-12. Panther goes down to something. Huh. Probably this Rashica to the side. And yeah, there's just like a lot of units up north here, but there's no flag to really push on in this position. Yeah. I would almost like to see an extra flag added to this map, over here and over here. But, I don't know which flag you would replace for that, right? Potentially, one of these flags. And this flag. Right? You never really see the push for these two things. And, I would even say these flags are much further forward than these ones, so potentially might be a balanced thing. Second Alconic going down there to this massive AA net. 60 minutes into this game. Oh man. Why do I get the feeling we're in for a long one, folks? Yeah, I've already sped it up times 3. Probably still got to be over an hour video. Once again, the downside of not being able to see how long the games are before you start casting them, right? What happens when you got a live game, essentially. And these mortars, wow. Yeah, if they just had the supply on these Kanonenwerfers, it would have been a lot more effective, I think. Because now Fallschirmjäger are gearing up for an assault here. And this assault would be very, very successful, right? Potentially not down here, right? You got a lot of ground to cover, and the Bulvers are going to get on target onto the Fallschirmjäger in that case. But there are ways to deal with it. LG40 in position, right? If it was a B phase card of them, Or even like a pack 40, right? Just something to provide HE support. Or the flak F41, right? Look at that. Exactly what's needed. 45 mil gets another kill on the Stug here. And yeah, we just see the mortars plastering this position. There's still a lot of infantry here, though. And, well, we don't really see any Fleischmann in a position to take advantage of these while they're on the open, just due to all these buildings getting completely plastered. Yeah, this fight goes down 13 to 11, finally. 1 hour into the game. Like 41. This fight goes back, though. And now the Fleischmann versus the Roshori. What am I gonna say? Roshori in this kind of a position are generally at an advantage at close range versus Fleischmann, just for price availability as the bombs of the play here completely blow everything. Planes going down left and right. Jesus Christ. The moments in these games, right? Oh man. Fleischmann over here. Black 41 moving forward now. Looks like they did get mortared previously. And we'll go down now to the mortar fire if it just gets hit one more time. Whoop. Yep. So much for that idea. If your enemy sells mortars alive, and there's even more supply trucks coming in, right? Somebody's set up a lot more for a longer game, and he's got 29 minutes to do something about this. Potentially come back into this position, but again, Fleischmann are back in a position. As long as the Fleischmann player can really keep putting these Fleischmann up, well, it's not going to be too much of a problem. Back 40 here, though, does go down, which isn't great, because it just was needed against the Stug now, and the Stug might be able to take back this flag by itself, right? Panzerschreck is there to prevent something like that, and more Fleischmann coming in for the reinforcements. But yeah, no, how to break a stalemate, right? Not like this. Not like this. Yeah, once again, like, it's down here, if you get less and less, as there's no action down here. These Fleischmann could just, like, move straight forward. There's two-star Parrot Assaultos. As long as they don't get caught in the open, right? Those two Parrot Assaultos, together with the Parrot Exploratori and the Fleischmann, with a little bit of micro, this is just dead here. Hell, there's, like, the Lieutenant Pioneer and Calarale are the only things with AT down here. So the SPW could potentially even get involved once that goes down. And that's just a much better use of time than pushing needlessly for this flag or this flag. And even in the reverse, right? The other player could potentially, like a single Stug. There's no AT down here. I see more Alcanes coming in. To get their bombs off. Or one of them gets their bombs off, but it goes down. And yeah. Stug 3 coming forward. Panzerschreck might be able to get involved here once it recovers. But my god. 1 hour, 14 minutes into this game. This position is still somehow in the Fleischmann player's hand, despite all the mortar fire. And yeah, really nasty stuff to see here. Ju-87. There's no AA. Black 41 coming in for that. As this Ju-88 just circles around. Might actually end up going down, but it's falling back now, outside of the range of the nag, so... yeah. For sure he's just going to move forward, hopefully surrender something. That does find a different Fleischmann and actually get surrendered before the other Fleischmann can be probably surrendered there. Like, yeah, just these mortars, right? You'd think at a point you'd bring out like a howitzer or something, right? And that's really important to notice in these types of games is, well, you gotta bring in, if you're looking for a stalemate, right, or looking at a stalemate, you gotta bring in units, potentially like mortars, to really knock off something like this. Holy crap, did I enter? This is still ongoing. I literally went, right, and I had lunch. I had lunch, I brewed myself some tea, and this game was still ongoing. Damn, well now I've invested it. Gosh darn it. So now we're going to watch this at live speed from 1:18, and it's still a bloody stalemate. Oh man. So, back to 3 speed. And oh man, 1 hour, 20 minutes into this game. What even is this? Yeah, look at that. IARs really don't do a lot of damage, but... well, I guess the IARs do. BF-109s don't. And now, Ju-87 being brought in to suppress. IAR's going to strafe down this 88 as well. Not doing a lot of damage there. Stooping down the Fajimi here. And now, this is just going to continue, isn't it? My god. Anything else really being brought in for the Fajimi player? Potentially, I a bit preemptively declared a break from this, but, you know. Seems to have the intent to keep fighting. Funerary Assault still coming out for the Romanian player here. Parrot Assault moving forward. So, yeah, and there's just like nothing down here. These Parrot Assault could run all the way down and just clear out these two flags, no problem. Is 13-11 though. This flag finally being captured again. And yeah, I think the fourth Fajimi player is finally out of stuff. That'd be Space Sea card of Fajimi, at least 24 of them, and then everything else that he brought in as well. 12-12 again. Fajimi coming in, but more Ashori here for the 5th Cav player. I'd be surprised to see these Protocelta not going down. And yeah, like, how do you break a stalemate? Well, if you can't do it the old-fashioned way, wait until your opponent has run out of stuff, I suppose. But really, it comes a point in this game where there is plenty of opportunities, right? But it was just handled very, very badly, and also the deck's potentially not that great. We see here now only the Pianeri Calarelli being left down south. The single Fajimi can come out and clear this, right? And we see a lot of fighters here coming in. The nags are out of ammo. This is just a complete free reign here from the 5th Cav player of the Air Force, but he doesn't even have any bombers, right? Mortars take out the flak, and that was just going to be a slow death to, hey, you're really... Look at that, he's got a supply truck with 2 supply. What even is... what even is the point of this? This is following its orders. It finally goes down there. Ayers now. Last of the bombers. Get shot down. 13-11. LG-40. Oh, man. A little bit late for that. B109 strafe it down. How much longer can this game go? There's still like a bunch on the bar here. 1 minute, or 1 hour, 30 minutes almost into this game here. TU-87. Doing a lot to clear it out. There's still 17 minutes on the timer. And the 5th Cav player has to be careful not to like run out of stuff himself, right? Oh, man. Fajimi moving forward here. It is finally a 4:59. 7 minutes left on the clock. We're showing Assault moving forward. Probably going to be able to get into this position, no problem. But Fajimi coming in over here. And actually, we finally see Parallel Zelta moving down here where there's nothing else left. Oh, man. Nag move forward. Tried to keep some ground, but the people who Assault's going to finish off the Fajimi here, and Nag's not going to really be able to hold anything off here. It's like the Pack 40 still has shells, but it doesn't really. The IARs are just taking everything down. 2 more flags in the hands of the Fajimi player. Oh, man. Well, you know, if this had come in 10 minutes earlier, it would have been a lot better. There's Parasolta moving forward, though. JU-87 coming in now. Oh, man. Misses. Voices it. This player is also out. Finally, flag goes down here. Rashori comes in. The front lines are just bulging like crazy. Oh, man. Alcade coming in. It's gonna go down. Yeah. Lots of bovers. Multiple veterans see up here. Lieutenant Artillery still moving forward. Single Fajimi is still here. This Fajimi could potentially go capture this flag, but I don't think there's much of a point to it anymore, right? And at this point, we are just watching the residual few units here. Punion Assault gonna smoke itself off and move itself forward. Trying to get in this position. Ayers now kind of coming back in. It's 12-12 again. 13-11. Why? How? Yeah. The Stig here really being, or the Calarasha here being the, gotta be the deciding factor, I think, at the end of this. Yeah, these don't hold front lines, so no point there. It's just gonna go down. Oh, man. This is gonna go down. Shoots kills off the back 40. Another flag there. Yeah, jeez. There's nothing left. You've lost the game. I guess this is why people put a time limit into the match, right? Oh man, I would have not been able to sit through this at times 1 speed. Oh, Jesus. 1 hour, 40 minutes into the game. I still haven't surrendered. The Hotchkiss are moving forward as frontline infantry. And I was going to die. The Nag's going to die to it. As it almost runs out of ammo as well. Oh, man. Yeah, well, what do we learn here? Concentrate your forces. There's nothing even down here. The front line's still being pushed. Oh, man. Yeah. Just a complete breakdown now. 50 seconds left remaining. 40, 30. Please be over. 1 hour, 40 minutes into this game. Oh, it's got to be one of the longer games I've seen. 7,730 kills. 6,230. This is almost the amount of points that this player had in his entire deck here. The 1,000 points at the end there was what's up top on the map. Oh, man. Maverick versus Maverick. Lasting that long. What can you do about it? All right, the deciding factor here. The mortars, the Rashitsas. Yeah, bring supply. Bring sea face infantry. Right? Prepare for a long game, even if you don't want it. And then play smart. Well, if you're still watching after that long match, hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. And goodbye.